Okay, fantastic, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I hope you're all in a place where, you're going to be focused, not distracted. We've got people from all over the world on this call. We got people from Africa, all over different parts of Africa. We got people from Europe. I can see we got Charalampos on there. That's the man that won the ticket there in Amsterdam to Amsterdam. He's from Greece. So we got people from Greece. We got people from the United States, literally all over the world. So thank you so much for joining us this evening on this 90-day run Launch Your Business to Success webinar with myself, Oliver Grimbley. I couldn't be more excited than today to be sharing this information with you guys. This is an opportunity which I came by, which has literally transformed my life and the lives of so many people, friends of mine, family, business associates. And I know there's people on this call that are, in different teams. So, what I ask you to do is have an open mind. Always make sure you follow the system that your upline gives you. Every team has a different training platform, and that's the right one for you. However, if you can take something from this and you can apply it, to make a difference in your business, that's my intention for you today. And I know that everyone on this call, provided you stay present and engaged, you will walk away with some incredible value from this call. So please have a pen and paper, be present, write down notes, and get ready, because I'm going to be sharing something and strategies with you that are literally going to be able to transform your business. So let's get started. So who is the 90-day run for? Well, guys, this is for people who want to take their business to the next level. People who want more time freedom. People that want to be financially free, travel the world, own their life, and spend it on their terms, no one else's. There's too many people out there that are trading their most valuable resource, time, for money. And time is the most valuable resource out there. You can always make money. You can never get time back. So that's not a good trade, in my opinion. You want to be building something that pays you while you sleep. You want to be building residual or passive income. That's the future. And the future of business is the network marketing industry. As many of you know, this is one of the fastest growing industries globally. So if you've chosen this industry, you're definitely on path to becoming an entrepreneur. And if you're not already a successful entrepreneur, this is a business, as you will know, as I've had many friends of mine that are multi-million-dollar earners, own tens of, dozens of companies, and they've still sold those companies for network marketing, because nothing will give you the time freedom this business will give you. If you really want that, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're somebody who wants to actually take your business to the next level, then this is what this 90-day run is for you. So it's not for everyone. This is for people who are seriously serious about taking their life to the next level. And that's going to require sacrifice. That's going to require hard work, and there's no such thing as get rich quick. So for those of you who are scared to face the music and scared to sweat a little bit, this is not for you. This is for those people that really want something more for their lives. And when I say to people, when your why is big enough, the how takes care of itself, it couldn't be more true. If you really want financial freedom, if you really want to travel the world, if you really want to live life on your terms, then this is for you. Is 90 days of all-out action worth not having to work for the rest of your life? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Guys, if the answer is yes, then you have to pay the price. There is no shortcut to success. Every single multimillionaire I know has paid the price. And if they didn't pay the price and they inherited it, they're usually very unhappy, and they don't have the inner fulfillment that they would have had they achieved those results by actually working for them, you guys. And a huge question to ask yourself, if not now, when? When is the time for you to pay the price? How many years have you let go by where every single year you say, it's going to be a new year, I'm going to make it happen this year, but then at the end of that year, guess what? You're in the same position, if not plus minus 10% of your income as you were the previous year. That's the story of most people's lives. Do you want that to be your story? Guys, you only have so much time in life. You only have, 20, 30 really good years. Maybe some of you have even less to go out there and make something happen. And the timing could not be more perfect with, this vehicle that we have, specifically this industry of network marketing. This is the best time in history to be alive. Our ancestors wished, You know, we can get onto a machine that takes us across the world and spend time with people on another, on another continent. We couldn't even dream of that, a few decades ago. Guys, we're living in a time where everything's connected. You can build a business internationally from your home, the fraction of a cost that it would have cost to start a business years ago. This is the best time in history to be alive. Isn't that awesome? Feel grateful for that. People who are committed don't make excuses and are willing to step out of their comfort zone. Guys, I call it excuse-itis. Malcolm, one of my mentors, excuse-itis or something. People that make excuses don't become successful. And, even the most successful of us have had points in our life where, we've made a lot of excuses, but there has to come a day. There has to come a time where you make a decision to say, no, I'm not going to make excuses. And you know what I mean? Even those little ones, those ones that you think aren't excuses, you tell yourself they're not excuses, but let's be honest, they're excuses. And if you are 100% responsible for your own success, then you will not even worry about your upline. Your upline is not responsible for your success. This is your business, and you are the only thing standing in the way of your success. Just remember that. If you can come to that level of realization and stop blaming your current circumstances on your spouse, on your friends, on something that happened to you, on a past business transaction, whatever you're telling yourself is just a story. As hard as it might be to accept, that's the truth. So look in the mirror and say to yourself tonight, I am going to do this. I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of being average. I'm sick and tired of earning 10% plus minus of what I'm earning year after year after year. I'm going to freaking times my income by 10 this year, maybe even 100. I'm going to change my life and the lives of those around me. And if you have a vision and a mission that's bigger than yourself, you're on track to doing that. So are you a poser, amateur, or professional? If you guys have read the book Go Pro, brilliant book. Posers talk, but they don't take action. Those are those people that get in and they say, oh, we're going to do this, and they never do anything. There's too many of those people out there. Don't be one of those. An amateur is somebody that does do a little bit. They get in, they go to 1 or 2 meetings, but they're really not fully committed, guys. They're putting their toe in the water. And you can't learn to swim by watching people swim. You can't learn to swim by putting your foot in the water. You got to jump in the freaking pool. You got to dive in. You've got to give 110% if you're going to be successful at anything in your life. And, a lot of us are doing 1, 2, 3 different things. We're doing network marketing, and we're doing a little bit of, our business. Then we're doing a little bit of that. Guys, obsession is a prerequisite for greatness. Write that down. Obsession is a prerequisite for greatness. Roger Federer, he didn't get to number 1 in the world in tennis by not being obsessed. Do you think he does anything else? No. He just hits tennis balls every single day. Steve Jobs, who developed the iPhone, that guy did nothing but focus on his vision of creating a phone that would change the world. Anyone who's achieved anything of significance in life has decided to commit. How many of you on this call are ready to commit? How many of you on this call, have not fully committed? How many of you have maybe even put 90%? Guys, 99%. It's not enough. You need 100%. If you don't put 100%, you haven't committed. I'm asking you to make that decision. Make that decision for yourself tonight. Make that decision for your family, for your friends, because you deserve it. You deserve to get everything that you want in your life, but you need to commit. So the professionals, guys, these are the people that master the fundamentals. They're at every single freaking meeting. I met, a couple of the diamond directors at an event this year from other companies, and they said to me, some of them haven't missed a meeting in 20 years. Guys, I know people that miss half the meetings in 1 year. That's the level of commitment you need to have. It needs to be non-negotiable. Calvin Becerra, a good friend of mine, actually who I'm basing this training off, great guy. He was speaking on the day of his little girl's birthday. He was there. He was training. He was sacrificing one of the most memorable days of his daughter's life for this business. That's commitment, guys. You got to be committed. Study the books, read the books on network marketing, become a professional. Never miss a day to make calls. Your business is your baby. Think of a mother that has a child. She wouldn't just not feed it for a day. What would happen? The child would die. Same with your business. Your business needs constant attention and focus. every single day. You know, an athlete shows up to practice. They put in the hours and hours and hours and hours for that one moment of greatness. Guys, this is no different. You know, people get into this industry and they think, oh, well, I'm just going to, go with the flow, do a little bit here and there, and I'm going to be successful. No, you won't. You know, I'm here to tell you that unless you, commit and take massive action, that is an illusion. You're living in a story. There's no such thing as greatness without obsession. You know, you've got to be a professional. You know, the professional adds 3 people to his list every single day. You know, there's not one day where they're not meeting people. The nature of this business is network marketing. It's not net sit marketing. You know, there's work in there for a reason. You got to work your ass off. Network marketing, and you got to go out there and you got to network. That's why it's called network marketing. Networking, meeting people, adding people to your list every day. There's a whole lot of things that the pros do, and you can read those. You can pick that up in books. You know, Go Pro is a great book, and that's where I learned that. Decide to go pro. So guys, when? If not now, when? How many more years are you going to let go by where you just are earning plus minus 10% of that income before? I can tell you, I myself am somebody who's been plus minus maybe 100% or 200%, but for me, that's not my potential. I know my potential is 1,000 to 10,000% more. So for myself, I'm deciding to take it to the next level. And you know what? Every single one on this call is welcome to run with me. We're going to run together. We're going to do this as a team. We're going to be one family. Anyone who wants to, after this call, I'm going to share how you can, join into a community where we're going to run and we're going to do this together. So huge momentum is the secret to success, guys. Success loves speed. Write that down. Success loves speed. Think about a Boeing. This was one of the most powerful analogies I got from, the amazing Tammy in GPG when we were in Vegas this year at the GoPro event. She said to me, Oliver, think of a jet. How much momentum does a Boeing 747 need to get off the ground? And I thought to myself, wow, like a huge amount, right? 90% of the fuel, in a plane is used for the takeoff. Did you guys know that? 90% of the fuel that the airplane actually uses is used for the takeoff. So guys, what does that mean? That means that you have to inject a huge amount of momentum to get something started. Once that plane's in the air and it's at cruising altitude, it's all good. That's when the residual income's coming in. That's when the business takes on a life of its own. But it requires a massive amount of momentum to get off the ground. Guys, this is the same as your business. Your business requires a 30, a 60, a 90-day run to get it off the ground. I don't know any top earners in this industry that have not done a 30, a 60, a 90-day run. Every single one has sacrificed 30 to 60 to 90 days of their life to change their life forever. Guys, if I told you you would have to do nothing for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to change your life forever, would it be worth it? And when I say that, I mean literally wake up and hit the phones and go to sleep. There's no time for anything else. Literally, you shouldn't even be thinking of eating. You should be working so hard that you forget to eat. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 100% focused dedication if you really want to take this business to the next level. So what is the time required? What you put in is what you get out. We all know that. So if you don't have any time, so if you're somebody who has no time, one of these people that works a full-time job, guys, I've met a full-time surgeon. I mean, this guy, had to stay awake for sometimes 48 hours at a time. He only slept a few times a week because there's a shortage of surgeons that could do his specific surgery. He became a diamond in a company, right? Working at lunchtime on the roof. He had 15 minutes a day at lunch, and he would use those 15 minutes every single day to go up onto the roof of the building, and he would freaking make calls. And you know what? He was earning enough income after a year to go full-time. Actually, I think it was 6 months to go full-time with his network marketing business. And a couple years later, this man was a multi-million-dollar earner in a network marketing company, and he didn't do surgery anymore because that was just, eating his soul. He was working like a slave. So guys, if you don't have any time, listen, 3 minutes a call. You need 6 minutes a day, to make 2 calls. Anyone who has a big enough why can do that. So, when somebody says no time, what they're really saying to you is it's not a priority. because we all have 24 hours in a day. Every single one of us, even the people that have achieved the most incredible things in history, they didn't have more time than we did. They just used that time differently. So I ask you, how important is financial freedom to you? You know, if you keep doing what you've done, you will always get what you got. You will keep getting what you currently got if you keep doing what you've been doing. That's the definition of insanity, right? People are insane. That's the reality. People are insane. And you have to decide, you have to commit, you have to say to yourself, I don't care how busy I am, I'm going to come home from work. And if I've worked the whole day, I'm going to put in 30 minutes. Instead of sitting in front of the TV, I'm going to make a few calls, you know, instead of lying down and doing whatever I usually do, I'm going to make a few calls. You know, I'm not going to eat. Whatever it takes, that's the attitude you have to have during these 30, 60, 90 days to change your life. Part-time, that means if you're working, only part-time, you guys should be putting in 8 hours a day. That's what you need to be putting in. Full-time, like myself, guys, 16 hours a day. You're up at 8, you're going to bed at 12 p.m. You repeat, you repeat, you repeat. Again, this is not your whole life. This is just for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. 90 days of your life, guys, and you will change it forever if you do this. I promise you. So, you know, you've got to make that decision to commit. It's in the numbers. What's in the numbers? Guys, nothing beats the phone. In my opinion, think about it. You can go to a meeting. How much time does it take to see that one person? You got to get in your car. You got to drive there. You got to sit down. You got to meet them. Then you got to drive back. You got to sit in traffic. Guys, maybe in 3 hours, you've shown the plan once. How many calls can you make in 3 hours? Let me tell you, if you guys use the 3-minute a call strategy that I'm going to give you, guys, in an hour, you should make 20 calls. Worst case scenario, 10 calls. So in 1 hour, if I make 10 calls, in 3, I've made 30 calls, 10%, if just 10% of those people join, I've got 3 people that are going to join my business. Guys, you can't beat the phone. You know, that's technology, in my opinion. And there's no one that has gone diamond that hasn't mastered the phone. So if you're somebody who's just meeting people and you think, you know what, I'm better with people, that's BS. You just haven't mastered the phone. And everyone can master the phone. Everyone can master the phone. And if you don't like it, get over it and master it, because you have to. It's a prerequisite for success in this business. You know, get an unlimited contract. I have people join my business and say, oh, I don't have airtime. I'm like, are you kidding? This is a business. Treat it like a business. You got to be a professional. If you're going to be a professional, get an unlimited contract. You know, in South Africa, I know it's expensive, but with Cell C and Telkom for 999 Rand a month, you've got an unlimited call, text, and voice package. So wherever you are in the world, guys, you should have a full-time charger with you at all times. You know, you should have internet. You should have unlimited calls. That's non-negotiable. That's just what a pro does. You have to have a list. You know, use a memory jogger, which we have. If you don't have it, I can email it to you, and get 200 plus names onto that thing. You know, my advice is 1,000 plus names. You know, mine's at over 10,000 right now. People say that's a lot of people. Guys, 3 people a day in a year is over 1,000 people on your list. I've gone to events and weekends where I get 20, 30 business cards in one day, you know, and I went to those events every single weekend of my life for years and years and years. And I got a secretary to put them into an Excel database for me. That's how I built my database. It's about geometric growth, compound growth, a little bit every day, you know, just 3 people a day. Just add people every single day and you'll be amazed at how fast your list grows, you know. So it's in the numbers. Guys, if you do calls, keep it to 3 minutes a call. No more than that. Don't get in a conversation, you know, about Genex, never, or about whatever company you're in. Don't get in a conversation, because that person's going to take up too much of your time. You need to have posture. You need to let them know, listen, I'm launching a $1 billion company. You know, I'm looking for people that are open to earning income outside what they're currently doing. I don't have a long time to chat and send you some information, you know, and that's it. And you're on the next call. Your goal is to just pique interest. So in 30 minutes, you should do 10 calls, right? Worst case, 3 minutes a call, you should actually do 20 calls in an hour, you know? So worst case, 10. How many hours are you working a day? If you guys are working 8 hours a day, you should be doing 80 calls, you know? Paula Pritchard's training last night was fantastic. If you guys didn't see it, she was speaking about how to invite, you know, I've shared that onto my Facebook group. I'll share it with anyone who wants it, but that was a fantastic training if you haven't watched it. How to get 60 people in 90 days. So guys, there's a recruiting video on how to get 20 people in 30 days. I'm talking about massive action. I want to triple that. I'm talking about how to get 60 people in 90 days. So this is 3 30-day runs back to back. You know, not everyone's going to want to do this. Some of you might want to do a 30-day run. Others might want to do a 60-day run, but we are doing a 90-day run. I want people to do this once, and I want their business to change forever. And, you know, there's a wonderful law in the universe called the law of averages. And that states that pretty much 1 in 10 have to join. I mean, worst case scenario, even if you were the worst network marketer on the planet, if you showed the plan to 10 people, one person's just going to make you sign them up, right? So if you hit the numbers, guys, you're going to be successful. You're going to be successful. You know, every no just means next opportunity. And the only difference between the top earners in this company and us is they've heard no more than we have. That's the only difference. So every no is a yes. Imagine you made one person join for every 10 people. Let's say that it was $250 commission. Guys, that's $25 per no. So when somebody says no to you, just say to them, thanks, you just made me $25. They're going to say, what? How do you make $25 when I say no? And so, well, if you want, when I have some time, we can sit down and discuss it. That's the posture you need to have. Guys, if you speak to, if you just speak to 200 people in 30 days, right? That is 600 people in 90 days. So you break that down, it's only 6.66 people per day, right? If you add that, if you times that by the 3 minutes, that's only 20 minutes a day of your time. That's the power of the compound effect. Did you think that if you just spend 20 minutes a day on the phone, you could speak to 600 people in 3 months? I bet you didn't. That's how many people it is, guys. That's the power of consistency. So it's not about doing a lot in one day. It's about doing a little bit every single day, right? So if you want to get to the next level, if you want to recruit 20 people, right? If you want to recruit 20 people a month, get to the 60 goal in 90 days, this is what you need to do. You need to call a minimum of 600 people in 90 days. Some of you can do a lot more than 600. You know, I'm going for a couple thousand, if not more. You know, some of you can do way more than that. So this is just being conservative. 7 people a day is only 20, 30 minutes a day on this business. I know a lot of you have more time than that. So to be sure you hit this target, why not put that number at 1,200 people in 90 days? You know, why not put that number at 2,000 people in 90 days? Guys, the higher the number is, the higher the chances you're going to hit the goal. What if you did just 1 hour a day or 8 hours or 16 hours a day and go crazy? This is how I went Sapphire in 1 month. I locked myself away and I hit the phone. I hit the phone. I hit the phone every single day. That's all I did. And, you know, I went Sapphire. And in that first month, for the first 2 weeks, I actually did pretty much nothing. So that was more like 14 days, you know, that I managed to get 32 people into my business, guys, you know, and most of them were on ambassador packs. A lot of them were people I'd never even met. I was just so excited about sharing this with people that they wanted in, you know. Think bigger, GoPro event. Guys, I met a speaker. He had recruited 10 people every month for 10 years. He had 1,500 people in his front line. He's a top income earner. He earns millions of dollars. He said to me, I only recruited 10 people a month. He said, I just spent 30 minutes, an hour a day calling people, but I did it every single day. And that is why I'm successful. Guys, imagine you said to yourself, I am not going to miss a day and I'm going to phone, 10 people a day, 20 people a day, 30 people a day for the next 5 years. Even if it's just 1 year, you'll change your life. If it's just the next 90 days, you will change your life forever. All you need is 20 in your business in the left and 20 in the right if you're in a binary system. And I really think that's the minimum you need, guys. You know, my diamond upline, Paula, says get 20 in your left, 20 in your right. And, the 1 in 3 rule, 1 will do something, 1 will do nothing, 1 will just do a little bit. So if 1 in 3 are actually active, out of those 40, you'll have approximately 13 serious people. Guys, you only need, as you all know, a few really strong people to become a serious income earner in this business. You don't need 1,000 people, you just need a few really good people. Imagine you had 13 serious people. So decide how many people you are going to bring in the next 90 days. Write it down, make it real, set a goal. Commit now. So once you've decided, okay, my number is 10, my number is 20, it doesn't matter if you say I'm going to do 3 hours a day in Jeunesse. Who cares about the time? It's about what you put in the time. So how many calls is what matters, not the time. If I do 20 calls in an hour and you work for 4 hours, but you only made 5 calls because you were on your WhatsApp and you were talking to your brother and you were looking out the window at the buck in the garden, and you were looking at the spaceship that came by, whatever it is you do, that isn't productivity. That 1 hour of mine was way more effective than your 4 hours. And, a lot of us are living in the story telling ourselves we work hard when really we're not working hard. The reality is it's about efficiency. It's not about how much time. It's about what happens in that time. So how many calls a day are you going to do? That's what you need to commit to. That showing the plan is all that matters. How many meetings are you going to be setting up a day? How many people are you going to be seeing for coffee? How many, bums and seats are you going to be putting at events? That's all that matters. It's in the numbers, guys. It's in the numbers. The one thing, that's a book by Gary Keller, fantastic book. If you haven't read it, they talk about focusing on the one thing. If you could narrow down the one thing in your business that makes the most money, that's where you got to spend most of your time. Too many of us are spending so much time doing things that aren't income producing activities. You guys need to focus on income producing activities. What is that? That's picking up the phone. That's calling people every single day. That's having meetings. That's showing the plan. How many calls you did every day is all that matters, in my opinion. How many times you showed the plan. Simple. Prioritize. So what that means, too many of us are saying, I'll do my calls today. But then we go to the gym first, which I don't think that's a bad idea, by the way. But we have our breakfast, we go do this, we have a meeting, we go to the bank. Before we know it, I didn't do my calls today, I was too busy. Guys, how important is your financial freedom? This should be the most important thing. This should be the first thing in the day. You wake up, bam, have breakfast, go to gym, get a workout in, whatever, maximum 1 hour in the morning. I call it my power hour. I'm going to share it with you shortly. And then you hit the phone, you get your number done, and then that's it. You've done that. And anything above that is a bonus, and block that time and make the calls till your number. If your number's 20, you do not move until you've hit that number. Your phone's off. There's no distractions. Eliminate distractions completely. Have your why in front of you. I call it your why that makes you cry. You got to read that before you make those calls, and that'll give you that inspiration, which comes from a deeper place to get through those no's. So the invite, guys, write this down, screenshot this, whatever you have to do. This is a script that's made people millions of dollars. I've adjusted it a little bit to help you with what we're going to be doing for the 90-day run. So we're going to be doing webinars every single day, Monday through Saturday, every week. And you're going to be able to put people into these webinars, right? I'm going to do the webinar on the 4th of Jan. Don't worry, I'm going to share that with you. And you can start plugging people into these webinars. This is the script you're going to use when you call people. So now there's no excuse. Now you know exactly what to say when you pick up the phone. So let's just say it's John. Hey, John, it's Oliver here. I don't have a long time to chat. That's very important, guys. Anything in red is critical. You can't leave it up. Just wanted to give you a ring to touch base and see how things are going with you. How is business? Then listen, say great, compliment them, and then say, by the way, shot in the dark, I'm in the process of launching $1 billion health and wellness company in your area in connection with some very successful entrepreneurs from the United States. And I'm looking for people open to earning a dollar-based income outside of what they're currently doing. If I sent you, and in this case, a link to watch a live webinar tonight at 8 p.m. will only take you 20 to 30 minutes to watch, would you be able to watch it? If they say no, then say, that's fine. I'll send you a website link. I'll send you a recording, the Instantly Ageless video, whatever your company's video is, anything that you can send them, any tool, and get them onto the next webinar. We're going to be doing them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if they can't make Monday, say, cool, can you make Tuesday? But don't give them an option. Always give them the one option first. And if they say no, then give them a second option. Then say, great. So if I called you and give them a window, guys, too many people say, can I call you tomorrow? What time's good for you? Guys, you're losing the posture. The posture means that you've got to be the one in control. So you got to say to them, listen, if I called you tomorrow, I'm only available between 10 in the morning or 8 in the morning and 10 in the morning. Between 8 and 10, what time works for you? And then they're going to give you a time and you're going to say, great. Would you be able to chat then? Fantastic. Chat tomorrow and get off the phone before them. This is very powerful because if you put the phone down before them, some of you might think it's rude. Guys, it's not rude. If you value your time, you're on a mission, you're changing people's lives. You don't have time to even waste 2 more seconds on that phone because 2 seconds, that's part of those 3 minutes on the next call. You add those up over a year, that's a lot of calls. That could have been people that joined your business. That's how, professional you got to be. daily webinar for you guys. So I'm going to do this Monday through Saturday, every single day. It's going to be a webinar where I explain the business opportunity. A lot of you on this call know the company we're involved with, but for purposes of this webinar, I'm not going to mention too many names, but you guys know what company that is, and I'm going to be posting that webinar live every single Monday through Saturday, GMT +2. Sorry, I didn't add that there. So that's GMT +2, South African time, 8 p.m. And you just send people that Zoom link and they can watch a full business opportunity webinar. And all you do, guys, is every day you say to yourself, my number's 20. I want to call 20 people today and get at least, if I can get a third of those or 5 or 10 people on a webinar every single night of the week. Let's just say you got 5 people a week on this webinar. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 25 people a week. If only 10% of them join, guys, that's almost 3 people a week joining your business. That's 3, 6, 9. That's 12 people a month joining your business. Guys, if you had 12 people join your business every month for the next 3 months, would that change your business? Hell yes. It would change your business. Schedule calendar reminders. So when you send somebody this link for the webinar, make sure you put them into your iCalendar or your Samsung. If you have a Samsung, I'm very sorry. I'm just joking. But schedule a calendar reminder for the webinar and put a follow-up reminder in the calendar. Then they automatically get reminded. Guys, be professional. This is stuff I shouldn't have to tell you. Read the GoPro book. I read the book 10 times. I listened to the audio. Wherever I walk around, people always say, Oliver, why do you have headphones in? Guys, I listen to a book a day, minimum. Every single day of my life, I listen to a book, and that book is playing and my subconscious mind is learning every single day. And it's always something on network marketing. It's always a story of someone that's made it to keep me inspired. It's always a book with some critical skills. Whatever it is, guys, you got to have constant, your mindset is everything coming into your mind. Recording on YouTube. There will be a recording on YouTube posted on the 4th of January. That will be the first webinar. So if the people can't make the live webinar, you can always send them the recording and you can ask to be added to my mailing list. If you're in my team, Team South Africa, ask to be added to my mailing list. If you're not in Team South Africa, just email me and I will email you the links you can send people, that we use when people can't watch a webinar. We send them different links, to help them for the first invite. So live events, as you guys know, events build big businesses. For those of you in South Africa, the 7th of January, we're doing a launch event. Kitchen Bar's the location. Every 2 weeks following, you're going to be able to plug people into these events. So you already now can put this into your calendar. Put this in your calendar now and start building for these events. The 18th of Jan, the 1st of Feb, 15th Feb, 1st March, 15 March, 29 March. Those are the next sort of 5, 6 events in Johannesburg that we're going to be having. Where are the live events going to be in other parts of the world? myevents.jeunesse.com. In Jeunesse Global and Jeunesse Global Africa Facebook pages under events tab, you can see all the information. Guys, events build big businesses. So, get your people to these events and make sure that they're bringing 1 or 2 people with them. So that's the event in Fourways on the 7th of January. We're going to have snacks included. It's an incredible venue. A lot of you might have seen this venue. It's a fantastic venue. It's upstairs at a really nice restaurant. We're doing 3 hours of training as well after the opportunity meeting. And it's free entrance, guys, for everyone, including the food. You don't even have to pay for the food. So be there. But don't be there just to eat the food, please. So home launch events. Guys, home events are very powerful. A lot of people I started building my business in the living room in my house. I just plugged my laptop into the computer and I started playing, the video, the company video, and, the little IA video. And then, then we just did a couple demos and wow, Teresa Gregory, who's, I think she's a triple diamond, she's had months where she's earned $500,000 up in a month. She said she used to do sometimes like 3 to 6 home meetings a week, and home meetings were how she built her business. Just tell people you're going to have a wine and wrinkle evening. Look 10 years younger in 2 minutes event, whatever you want to call it. Have people come. If you just have 4 people come, let's just say those 4 people, each bring 1. The next meeting, you've got 8. Those 8 all bring 1. The next, you got 16. That's how you grow, guys. Start small. Start with a short introduction. Whoever is having the home meeting, let them do the intro. Let them introduce their upline. The upline will take care of the first presentation for you. Then you do an ageless demo, and then you do some signups, and just repeat this with all the people you bring into your business. It's so, so, so powerful. you guys. And this is the best way, in many diamonds' opinions, to build your business. Call Blitz. I encourage you guys, Sharon Lumpus, you guys are in Greece, and people in Cape Town on this call, people in Durban, people in the US, wherever you are, get your team together on a daily basis or a few times a week. The more, the better. And do call blitzes. What this is where you all get together, you get a whiteboard, you write down the names of the 4, 5, 6 people that are going to be participating in the call blitz that day, whether it's 3 hours or whether it's 2 hours or whatever, or the whole day. And you make 4 columns, right? The first column is how many calls. So you can write that down. First column, how many calls. Second column, how many. And guys, a call means that they answered. You can make 100 calls if 50 only answer. It's only 50 calls. How many scheduled follow-ups? How many successful invites? In other words, how many of those people are scheduled for the webinar that evening, right? And then, and then the last call, you can just be write the date of the follow-up, like the date, so you don't forget. And then you can put them all into your calendar at the end of the day. And you guys can do, it's healthy competition. The person who makes the most calls, whatever, come up with the prize for the group. The person who does the least calls, beat them up or something. No, I'm just joking. But come up with something, be creative. So I'm doing this for my team, anyone in Team South Africa in Johannesburg, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single day except Sunday. I do believe you need one day to recover a week. You're welcome at my house, and we're going to be blitzing. This isn't an opportunity for you to come and ask, questions and get training and coaching from us. This is an opportunity for you to just be in an environment where you're held accountable and you can make calls and you can walk around in a beautiful garden. A lot of, I live on a 6-acre piece of land. There's a lot of space and it's very luscious green grass. I don't even wear my shoes. I just walk around there in nature and I make calls. I call it walkie-talkie. You guys can do whatever you prefer. If you want to sit inside, I like the sunshine. Focus, no talking, just do the calls. Set your goal for the day and hit it. Sorry, that was the 4th column. In the 4th column, write down what your number is, your goal is, and how many that you've got to hit your number before you leave that day. Make it fun. Again, whoever gets the worst rejection, come up with the prize for them, and then it becomes a game. Guys, after all, life is a game, in my opinion, and it's too short not to have fun. So what do I say on the follow-up? When I call people, I say to them, listen, hi, John, I don't have a long time to chat. Again, very important. Did you have a chance to look at the info? If they say yes, I say, great. Are you ready to join or do you have more questions? And then if they say, yes, I'm ready, Visa or MasterCard. Guys, I get them enrolled on the phone. Don't wait. Do it right then when they're ready to join. Another thing I say to them on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being ready, where would you place yourself? If they say 7, say, how can I get you to a 9 or 8? Again, if they say I'm ready, if I'm a 10, if I'm a 9, Visa or Master. Guys, you've got to be able to ask for the business. Have confidence, have posture. If they say no, that's okay. Say, I understand life gets hectic, but when can you for sure look at it by, reschedule and follow up with them. Guys, give people a maximum of 3 chances. If they haven't looked at it after 3 chances, forget them. There's 7 billion people on this planet. Move on, next. Tools, guys, these are the tools I use. And this is in order of effectiveness. The most effective tool to convert a prospect or a contact is a live event. The second most effective is a live webinar, and we're doing 6 of those a week. So you've got to be pumping those webinars, and it's the same webinar every night, and it's not designed for you. It's designed for people that are new that haven't seen it. So don't worry if it's the same webinar. We'll probably alternate between a webinar that I do, that Paula does, that a couple other leaders do. We'll keep it interesting. But at the end of the day, every person who watches that webinar is going to be watching it for the first time. So that doesn't matter. The third most effective tool is a 3-way call with your upline Sapphire or above. And then the 4th most effective tool is the recorded webinar. 5th is, videos, links, websites, etc. Track your performance and set up to win. Guys, there are some sheets I'm going to be emailing out to everyone who wants to do the 90-day run. These are going to be available for you. You just got to email me at tsa@olivergrimley.com to be added to my mailing list if you're in my team. If you're not in my team, just email me. Let me know, hey, Oliver, I'm not in your direct team, but please can you email me the 90-day run sheets? I will do that for you. You need to print these sheets because these sheets are going to help you to track your progress through this 90-day run. Make your list. You've got 2 weeks left before the 90-day run starts. Get that list done. watch the game plan video, which is, Calvin Becerra, one of my good friends made that. Just go on YouTube, type, Calvin Becerra game plan video. Read GoPro. That's a book that I say is a must read. Read Paula Pritchard's book. Read any books you can. Listen to audio every single day, over and over and over again. By the way, I see there are people typing in the chat box. I will answer your questions at the end. 90-day run game plan booklet, guys. So that's the YouTube video of the 90-day run. I'm going to be streaming that tonight, so you're going to be able to watch this tonight, but that's where it is on YouTube too. Calvin did one as well. Print. This is what the sheet looks like. As you can see, how many one-on-ones did I schedule? What's your goal? Day 1, day 2. This is very detailed, guys. And success loves speed. Success loves attention to detail. And this is what you really need to, keep yourself on track. So to join the 90-day run, what do you have to do? 100% commitment to posting daily activity on our WhatsApp group. Guys, we have a WhatsApp group. It's called the 9 a.m. group. It's going to be called the 90-day run 9 a.m. group now. You have to post how many calls you made a day, how many successful invites you had. In other words, how many people are coming onto your webinar that evening, how many follow-ups you scheduled, and how many people joined you in the business. And this is where you're going to be able to have other people posting every day to keep you up to date, so you can see what other people are doing and hold yourself accountable. So you need to get yourself added to that WhatsApp group. If you haven't, anyone in GPG is welcome. So if you're in GPG, that's fine. Message me, we'll add you to that group. Be on the 90-day run morning calls every single morning for just 10 to 15 minutes at 9 a.m. GMT +2. You can get on a call to get some morning motivation. And we're also going to be reviewing Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which in my opinion is the book of all books to get your mindset right. We're going to start reviewing that already on the 5th of January at 9 a.m. So you want to start reading that right now if you're going to be doing the 90-day run. Make a list, print your script, read GoPro, watch the game plan, print the game plan sheets. I will email you. If not on my mailing list, email me and you will get those soon. So I decided to come up with a prize. Maybe this is crazy. I don't know, but I know that this is very possible. If I could recruit over 30 people in a month, there's definitely people that are going to be able to recruit 60 people in just 90 days. So, if you can get 60 people in 90 days, guys, you're going to win the trip to Prague and Budapest. If you do the 20 people in the first 30 days anyway, so that's going to come if you focus on the 90-day run. You are going to come to Amsterdam because I'm going to give you a ticket to the event. I'm going to give you 5,000 Rand in cash. I'm going to give you 10 boxes of Ageless plus all the Luminous products. That's valued at approximately 20,000 Rand. I don't know, it's like $2,000 US. And all you have to do is screenshot your back office on the 5th of Jan, which is the start of the 90-day run, where I'll be able to see how many people you've enrolled. And by the 5th of April, if I can see that you've enrolled 60 people from the date of the 5th of Jan, I'm going to give you this prize. But the best prize of all is financial freedom. Time to do what you want for the rest of your life, right? That's the best prize. This is nothing. You guys are going to be over the moon with the results you're going to be getting. Never mind this. This is going to be just a drop in the ocean compared to what you're going to get. So if you guys want this prize, I don't know, hopefully somebody wins it. If no one wins it, I saved myself 20,000 Rand. Thank you very much. I'm going to do this. So I hope some of you guys can blow me out of the water even and show me what you guys can do and take 20,000 Rand from me. So your inner world creates your outer world. Guys, I'm a huge believer in the metaphysical. I really believe that your outer world is only 0.00001% of reality. A lot of you might know my mentor, Peter Sage. I've done a lot of work with him. I've worked intensively with John DeMartini. I'm a huge believer that, your thoughts and feelings when in alignment create your reality. Every single morning, how you start your day is the most important thing. And I talk about this, when I do my coaching and my self-development training with with students of mine. And I tell them, guys, the first hour of your day, when you wake up, is the most important hour of the day. I call it your power hour. First thing you do in the morning, before you turn on your phone, before you get plugged into what I call the matrix, just like the movie, by the way, it's a documentary. You need to get into a place, whether it's I have a meditation room, you could have a part of your house, which is a sanctuary. It needs to be a place where you can focus on what you're grateful for, get in tune with your vision, get clear with your intention for that day, really give yourself some love, think about the people in your life that you love the most, that you want to send gratitude to, and that's how you set up your day. Go over your why every single morning, a why that makes you cry. Get emotional, put on some music that makes you cry. I cry every single morning of my life. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how powerful my vision is. And when there's an emotion, that's what pulls you towards that vision. Your electromagnetic frequency you're emitting when you feel something is pulling. It's a magnet. It's pulling your vision towards you. There's a lot of quantum science now which has been proven this is how things work. And there's links on the Team South Africa Facebook page where Peter Sage has a whole video on how to set up your why. We've also got a mind movie, which is I created to attract success and abundance, specifically for Janess. You can make your own mind movie. Just Google mind movies, set up a mind movie account and you can create your own mind movie, but you're welcome to use mine. It's on the Facebook page. Again, email me if you want it. I'll send it to you. Write out that perfect day. Guys, if you don't have a vision for your life, you are just, you're going to end up wherever life takes you. But if you have a vision, if you know where you want to be, then you can be there. And the key is every single morning in that power hour is getting into that day in your mind. So start the sentence, write this down. This is the most important thing, guys, before the calls, before anything. Write down your vision. Write down it's the 1st of December 2017. My rank is, and think big. If you want to go ruby, write down emerald. If you want to go emerald, write down diamond. It's got to be bigger than what you want to achieve. Think big. If you know how to achieve it, your goals are too small. It's 1st December 2017. My rank is diamond. I'm sitting with my amazing mother, my grandmother, and my beautiful girlfriend, and some of the best friends in my life that mean the most to me. The view is incredible. I'm looking at the ocean. I can feel the sun on my skin. Engage all the 5 senses. Speak in the present tense as if you're there. Live in that moment. And what actually happens is literally the neurology in the brain changes. Your mind and your body do not know the difference between a future event and a present event. Okay. There's a book called You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. Go read it. But, the bottom line is I respect your religion. I'm not here to judge what your religion is. That's not the point here. The point is this is scientific evidence now, which has been proven. So go out there and actually visualize every day, because that's going to really work on the 99.9% as opposed to working on the 0.0001%, which is actually creating a reality. Read it every morning and every night. Read every morning and every night your vision. Jordan Belford, who wrote a network marketing book called Beach Money, says every single night of his life, he read a few lines of his vision. You don't have to read the whole thing. And he said everything in that vision manifested. Couldn't believe it. And he took a few hours out of his life one day to write a vision. The perfect relationship that you want, the money you want. Be specific. The universe likes details. How much money? When? What's the color of the house? What's the color of the car? How many seats does it have? Get detailed, and read a bit of that vision every night. Your body becomes the mind. It does not know the difference. This is how I and so many others did it, guys. All the greatest, people in history understood the secret, so why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as some of those, hick Americans say. I'm just joking, guys. So Restream and 2017 webinar launch. I'm going to restream this exact training on the 3rd of January at 8 p.m. So for those of you who really enjoyed this tonight and you thought this was very valuable, I might even do another live one where I actually add to this and even refine it even more. So you want to be on this call again on the 3rd of January at 8 p.m., same time as now. And the first live webinar is going to be on the 4th of January at 8, South African GMT +2. That's the webinar where you're going to be able to start putting contacts onto. The 90-day run starts on the 5th, but I'm doing it live on the 4th. And then I'll stream that webinar again every day on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever, until the 90 days is over. The webinar will be played for your contacts every Monday through Saturday. Get people on this. It is the second best tool after live events, okay? I'm going to stream Calvin Becerra's 90-day run game plan. Guys, I'm still doing training after this video plays, so do not go away. If you've already watched it, sit and watch it again, because you're going to pick up something from this. And then I'm going to give some very valuable tips at the end of this video. So you want to make sure you stick around. Let's see if there's a couple slides before it. If not, the video will stream and you will hear me speak as soon as it ends. Okay, look, there's a couple more. So there you go. I'm going to be making videos every single day with tips and keeping you motivated. So I'm going to be like, guys, it's day 4 of the 90-day run. You know, this is what I'm experiencing. Comment here if you have any questions. What are you experiencing? Tell me how I can help you. You know, let's help each other. Let's do this together. Make Facebook Lives, guys. Get out of your comfort zone. Get your team to post what they're experiencing. I'm going to create a 90-day run Facebook group just for this. We're going to share videos on it every day. Every single person that's on the 90-day run WhatsApp group is going to be able to join the 90-day run Facebook group. And this group is going to be specifically for us that are doing the 90-day run. Everyone's going to post videos in there every day, tips in there. How's the 90-day run going? You know, what are you struggling with? How can we help each other? Because together, everyone achieves more. You know, follow me on Facebook. That's where I'm going to post some videos. Email me. That's my email. That's my Twitter. Same with Instagram. Everything's that. Oliver Grimley, right?
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Calvin Becerra. Hope you guys are ready to run. I want to share with you guys our 90-day run game plan booklet. It's taken about 8 weeks for me to put this together for you guys, and I want to show you exactly how it works. So basically, for those of you that are interested in running, I want to let you guys know about what happened to me, I would say 4 or 5 years ago when I first started a 90-day run. I decided that I didn't want to be in the current place that I was in my company. I was successful, but successful people want to have more success. You know, if you accomplish a goal, usually it doesn't. Your dreams don't die there. You want to accomplish even more goals and get bigger and better, because now you can see further and farther. So basically, I set a goal to get my entire team involved worldwide in running as hard as they could for 90 days. Because the reality of it is that each month that goes by, how many of you guys even do your business 10 days out of 30 days? I mean, you guys should be doing it every single day, Monday through Friday, but most people don't treat this like a business. So I thought, what if we could commit to achieving our goals, working as hard as we can, doing what we're saying we're going to do for 90 days? What could happen if the whole world got involved? Our entire team worldwide got involved, and we were able to show people what people were doing every day, just motivate people and excite people to run farther and faster. And we did it, and it changed my life, and it changed many people on my team's life. I achieved levels that I never thought I would ever achieve before, and I built my name in the industry along with a few other people on my team who built their names in the industry in different countries on different continents today. And we're all part of this one unified team, and we build our entire business around this 90-day run that we usually do once a year, maybe once every couple years, but I think we're going to make it an annual thing now. For those of you who are interested in running with us, on January 1st, we're going to do the 90-day run. So if you're ready, what I want you guys to do is to go to wearegenyes.com/90 days. That's wearegenyes, GENYES.com/90 days, and download the game plan booklet. And if you have that booklet, you'll know exactly what to do. But I'm going to walk you through it in case you guys want me to hold your hand a little bit before you guys go on this 90-day run. So let me walk you through how this thing works, all right? First of all, obviously, this is the game plan booklet. What I want to do is get you guys prepped and ready. So obviously, the very first page, 90-day run game plan booklet. It's time to start running. This is your 90-day run that will change your life. We're not asking you to run a marathon just to get in the blocks and come out sprinting. Most people say, oh, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Well, marathon, you could set a pace. You can go as slow as you want. You got a long time until you cross the finish line. But 90 days is an all-out massive sprint, you guys. That's what it is. Those people who want to sprint, those people who want to, do the marathon type thing in this business, you can do that. But we always have time to do that. How many times do you guys have, how many opportunities you have in this business to actually go out and sprint? And that's what I'm going to let you guys do right now along with me. So get in the blocks, come out sprinting. You'll be surprised at how fast you can go with the new way of doing business. This stat tracking sheet will help you do that. We'll get to the stat tracking sheet in a second. But I want you guys to set your goals. The sheet breaks down the activities that lead to Jeunesse success. Set your goals, then keep track of them as you go. I want you to keep track of everything you're doing. You're going to start to see the activities that actually lead to the results that you're getting in your business. And you're going to be able to identify those activities. And even when the 90-day run is done, you're going to know the activities to do that give you the results. And everybody has their own results from their own types of activities. Some people have better results with this activity than other people have better results with that activity. You're going to be able to identify that yourself. The launch of the new wearegenyes.com site, corporate site, videos, and all their media will make your job more focused, more efficient, easier than ever. Focus on exposures and follow-up. That's really the name of the game, you guys. Exposing people to the products and opportunity. And then what are you doing? You're following up with people. You're never going to get them in unless you follow up with them. You're never going to get a new customer unless you follow up with the customer. You're never going to get a new distributor unless you follow up with them. Exposures and follow-up functions are the engine that will drive you to achieving all of your goals, small and large, with Jeunesse. Exposures. What is an exposure? It's a daily interaction you have in your day-to-day life, at work, at church, anywhere, whatever you're doing. More or less anytime you are engaged in a conversation. And it's just that. As a network marketer, you are making social connections all the time. If and when the conversation comes around to Jeunesse, you now have a great opportunity to offer your potential prospect an easy way to check it out in their own time, what you have to offer. And don't forget, they may or may not be interested. How many? What do I recommend? I always say 2 a day, 10 in play. That's what I've taught you guys. 2 exposures a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 people a week. All right, but obviously during the 90-day run, you want to take it a step further. You want to operate by that 10x rule, or just do what I tell you here. We know 2 exposures are not many, and we know some of you may do more. So what's your level? We suggest that you target 3 times more than you normally do. This is the 90-day run. This is the sprint, you guys. This is not the marathon. Push yourself. Let your family know that, hey, for 90 days, I'm going to focus on our business. I'm going to get us to somewhere we've never been over the last year. We're going to make our life change through this 90-day run. All right, and that's what you want to do. Let these people know. Let your family and friends and people around you know that you're going to be busy for the next 90 days until the end of March, and you're going to run. Because we think that if you target 3 times more than you normally do, then you'll find it 3 times easier than you did before, and we're sure you'll experience 3 times the results. What's the first objective, right? There is no conversation unless someone starts it. The first objective is to actually go out and meet people, talk to people, find people to talk to, share your products with, share the business with, start a conversation, make new friends. That's objective number 1. Objective number 2, mention Jeunesse. You don't need to be hasty or pushy. You are a first-rate network marketer offering to help a potential prospect discover the benefits of Jeunesse on the web and in person for themselves. So Jeunesse should flow naturally into the conversation, right? I've just come back from a Jeunesse meeting. I'm a Jeunesse distributor. I've been so busy with Jeunesse lately. Just bring it up. Beg the question, you guys. Objective number 3, help them to get what they need from the Jeunesse site. After you've made them aware of where the website is, you've done your job. Let the website do the work for you. But remember, it will help if you can guide them on where to look. A customized experience is always preferable. When you start talking about Jeunesse, when you start talking about the products, when they ask you about the results you've been having and you start to talk about Jeunesse, say a few things and just say, if I would you. If I sent you a link to a website, would you be willing to take a look at it? If I sent you a link to a video, would you be willing to watch it? If I shared some product with you, would you be willing to try it? Just do that. That's simple. We're already down to objective number 3 now, right? You can watch a 2-minute video of our Instantly Ageless product. Let me show you our products on my phone. Let me show you my custom website. It's really simple, guys. It's just doing the things. Objective number 4, communicate with them in the way they would prefer. Or if that makes you feel uncomfortable, at least communicate with them in a way that makes you comfortable, because you owe it to them to follow up and make sure that everything's okay. Or in the unlikely event that they're unwilling to give you their contact information, at least leave them with your business card. Do you guys have business cards? If you plan on running, you better have some business cards. All right. So when you offer them the if I would you, scenario, if I sent you a link to a video, would you be willing to watch it? If I shared with you some product, would you be willing to try it? If I sent you to my website, would you take a look? Then you can simply ask, what's the best way for me to send the link to you? Let me send you a link to your email. Can I text you with a link? Whatever it is. Objective number 5 is the most important, I would say. It's the follow-up. If you've done this right, they'll expect you to follow up. So use text, phone, you can call them yourself, social media, or email, and follow up like the class act that you are. Remember, they may or may not be interested. Don't become emotionally attached to their answer. Remember, you're planting seeds. You're giving them information. Don't worry so much about the outcome. Be excited. Always act as if they're in anyways, but be excited because they will be in, whether it's now or later. So you're offering help. Keep following up until you reach a natural conclusion. This is not being pushy. It's just helping them make the right call. If they decide not to look at Jeunesse, you're always there if they change their mind. You will not be rejected. If your website could not persuade them, that's not your fault. And if you handle yourself well, they may well be back. The evidence is that it takes a number of visits to a website before the purchase decision is done. It takes multiple exposures before someone gets involved in your business. Yes, customers can get involved quicker, but for those distributors, it might take 1, 2, or 3. For me, it took me 3 weeks of exposures to get me involved. The person told me about their business. Then a week later, they shared their product. Then a week later, they invited me to their meeting. And then I joined that day because I saw more information at that event. And it's simple. You're following up with these people after the exposures. What do you think? What do you like best about it? Did you get answers to all your questions? Do you have any other questions? So then it's just following up with people. You're going to figure out your own way to follow up. These are just examples, but you have to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Here's some more advice to you guys. How you're going to succeed in this business is, first, you're going to create the goals that will motivate you day and night. You got to create your goals every day. What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow? During the day and during the night. You have to create your goals. Share your goals with your family. Get your family involved. Let them be your support system, right? Help them see the big picture of what you're after and why it will be good for them too. Let them know about, hey, we're all going to go to Hawaii one day. Hey, honey, me and you're going to be in Vegas in March. We're going to have a great time. Whatever it is, bring them along with you for the ride. Picture them in your future. Let them be a part of everything you're doing. Let them know what you're doing, what you're running for, what you're fighting for. Get out a calendar and plan the next 3 months. If you're going to run for 90 days, you better go onto the team calendar, get your own calendar, buy it at Staples, Office Next, whatever it is. Get your own daily planner that you're writing in, not on your phone, and write out all the events going on over the next 90 days. And in between, in all the gaps, you put your own personal one-on-ones, two-on-ones, three-on-ones, conference calls, phone calls, meetings that you're going to be doing at your own home, meetings you're going to be attending. Fill up those 90 days with something every single day, all right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to start adding all of your own activities. Block out your Jeunesse time so that it's protected and maximized. Don't worry about it. You can put some extra time for some free time in there as well, but 90 days you're running, remember that. After that, you can take a step back and you can set your pace for a marathon. Choose an accountability partner in Jeunesse. This could be someone in your downline, someone in your upline, someone on your team that you guys can work with together and speak a few times a week and to say, how are you doing on this? This is where I'm at right now. I'm having trouble with this. Do you have any suggestions? Or, hey, what's working for you right now? Get an accountability partner. This should be someone who will push and uplift you and hold you accountable to your goals. You will reciprocate for them. Okay, you're going to help them back as well and do the same thing. Set your goals for everything on this tracking sheet. These are the step-by-step goals that will get you to your bigger goals. Read, listen, or watch something motivational every day. Read a good book. Listen to a good book. Watch some motivational videos, on YouTube. Get everything you can and feed your mind every single night. Stay positive, all right? Every single day. Read some great quotes. Celebrate every success along the way, every success, even the little stuff, okay? The fact that you went out and did a one-on-one, the fact that you did a follow-up, the fact that you got someone to purchase a Vegas ticket that's going to be going to you, those are successes. Those at the end of the day will all add up to the bigger success later. It's an accumulation of all those little things you're doing to get to the big thing. I'm telling you guys, it's not just 2 or 3 big things that you can do to achieve the success. It's all the little things. All right. And eventually those little things are going to add up and you're going to be taking huge step forwards because a lot of the big things are going to now seem so small to you. A final word for me is just that success is rooted in habits. It's all about habits. If you look at my daily activities every single day, I have my habits that it's like a ritual for me. Everything I do from the minute I wake up to the minute I shut my eyes at night. Success is rooted in habits. The activities that you consistently perform for the next 90 days will become habits. You are, in other words, now programming yourself for lasting success. Success is not found in convenience. You will be tempted, perhaps, to skip a day's goals. That's okay. The desire to achieve your goals paired with the power of these new tools will empower you to overcome all obstacles and enjoy the journey as you go. We are excited for you and look forward to seeing how this 90-day run will change your life. Now, this is the tracker sheet, you guys. All right, this is what you're going to be able to track your daily activities. You're going to have your goals that you're going to set, and you can set it on here for week 1. What is my goal about my one-on-ones during the week? How many of them do I want to do? What about two-on-ones, helping my teammates, right? How many trainings am I going to attend this week? What kind of signups am I going to look for this week? Buying tickets, whatever it is. These are your goals. You can set your goals along the top bar, and then your daily individual goals, hopefully at the end, the total will hit your weekly goal number that you would plan from the beginning of the week, and plan at the beginning of every week, right? So on this first little tab right here, you have attended training. That could be any team training that your upline is doing for you, or your team that your team is doing. If you have one planned in the calendar this week, all right? But one-on-one, those are your own personal prospects, your own exposures. You've met with somebody and they've planned on meeting you one-on-one, so you might be able to share the opportunity, share the products, share the business with them. Two-on-one or a three-way call. The two-on-one is maybe you and a member of your upline meeting with a prospect, or you and one of your downline meeting with one of their prospects. A three-way call is like the same thing. You might get an upline on the phone with someone who has more questions. You've done a one-on-one with them, and now they have more questions and they want to maybe meet someone in the upline. That's a three-way call. Or you're the upline for somebody and you're doing that three-way call for one of your downline members and one of their personal prospects that might have already seen the business or used the product and might have questions or want to hear more. The follow-up. This is after the person's been exposed to the business. That's the follow-up. All right? So the follow-up's important. Enroll a customer. That's just somebody who you've enrolled that might have ordered maybe just one product, any type of product, okay? So that's a customer. Maybe somebody who isn't enrolling in the business. They could be a retail customer. They could be a preferred customer. They could be someone who just joined and ordered less than 60 points. That's a customer. Or a 60-point product period. There's a customer. All of the packages here, this is for your distributors, those people getting involved in your team. Basic package, Supreme package, Jumbo package, Ambassador package, Founders package. And then also, if you make a personal executive, you've enrolled somebody that you've helped become qualified because they've each enrolled 2 people with at least 100-point package or more, and now they're an executive. That's the name of the game in the business, helping people become executives. Buying a ticket for Vegas. The next major function is the lead conference in Las Vegas. Buy your ticket to Vegas if you are doing the 90-day run. If you do not buy a ticket in Vegas, you're not running for 90 days for sure. Purchase more than 60 CV in a month. If you're somebody that uses product to build your business like I do, you're going to need product. Every month, we're only required to order enough product for ourselves to consume, but you need some extra product to build your business. So for those of you ordering more product than 60, you're doing a great job. It's going to give you an extra 5 points here. Do your own team call. You're building your team. I'm building my team. In my team, I have tons of different teams, but you could be the leader of your team and help them with conference calls. That's important. Attend a meeting, webinar, or conference call. That's if you are personally attending a meeting yourself, a home meeting, someone's meeting on your team, you went to the team calendar. And you went on and you saw the conference calls, the meetings. You've attended actually a team meeting on your team. That's something that's important because you're plugging into what your team's offering and you're learning as you go. The next thing is the accountability call, okay? You're calling your team, your teammates, your own personal people, and you're holding them accountable to the 90-day run. Or you're just holding them accountable, period. And you're just asking a few simple questions, right? Who have you prospected this week? Who's enrolled as a customer or a distributor? What is your volume looking like towards your monthly goal of 1,000 points from your own personal consumption of orders, from enrolling new customers or new customers that are on auto ship, and new distributors on your team? And then also, how many do you have enrolled? How many have ordered their tickets for the next major conference? Those are the questions you ask for accountability. It's as simple as that. And you keep holding them accountable, help them set new goals every week, because those things are going to help them become very successful. And then your first exposure, if you've actually exposed people to the product or business for the first time, you either send them a video, shared with them a link to your website, shared product with them, or even sold them product hand to hand. That's a first level exposure. That's very, very important, okay? Because that's the very beginning of getting someone involved in your business. And then you personally going out, getting a new person involved, and making sure it's your responsibility to help them understand this, making sure they're registered for the next event in Las Vegas. That's important. And then also, above and beyond that, you yourself taking ownership of your business and doing the meetings yourself, right? You're doing a meeting, showing the plan, or doing a team training. If you're doing those things yourself, doing your own meeting, showing the plan, or doing your own team training, there's an extra 10 points right there. Okay, and it's a whole point system here. These are the activities that are going to help you become successful, I promise you. And I'm telling you, the more points that you can accumulate leads to the more success you can have in this business. All right, but this whole point system is also geared around the promotions that I'm throwing for you as a team. So depending on where you live, we have a couple different promotions, right? We have the Apple Watch promotion for those of you that actually accumulate 200 points over the course of this 90-day run. Anywhere on my team, all around the world or here locally, if you achieve 200 points from personally enrolling people, those points, so that can be the basic, supreme, jumbo, ambassador, or founders package, or even enrolling a customer, okay, personally enrolling people, and buying your own ticket for Vegas and getting other people to buy tickets for Vegas, you can get an Apple Watch. It's only 200 points. How simple is that? I'll be giving out Apple Watches like candy here, right? And then also, if you can accumulate 800 points from any of these categories, then you'll be able to go on a leadership dinner with my wife and I in Newport Beach. For those of you here that live locally, anybody that lives out of state, this is only a United States promotion only for the dinner in Newport Beach. But anybody who lives in the U.S., if you accumulate 800 points, you go to dinner with my wife and I. If you live out of state, we will give you $100 in credit for your airfare. You'll have to pay the rest to get out here, but you can also attend with us in Newport Beach. Anybody internationally, I can design something with the leaders in your country for a leadership dinner, and we'll plan those around major events when I come back into town at your major events, and we'll plan that for you guys, okay? So don't worry, and you'll learn more about that. But the 90-day run, these are the activities. Imagine every day you did a one-on-one yourself, 10 points. Every time you give an exposure, you do a one-on-one, you're going to have a follow-up, there's another 4 points. The exposures, obviously, are going to give you more points. The enrolling people, 5 points, 10 points, 15, 20, 30 points. You help someone become an executive. There's 20 points. Look how important that is in helping people become executives. Getting tickets to the major function, I would say one of the most important things, right? Those are the habits. That's 40 points right there. Getting other people to purchase tickets, that's another 20 points. The exposure is 4 points. Every time you expose someone to a video, the product, whatever it might be. Do your own meetings. There's 10 points right there. How important do you think these are? Attending the events, there's 2 points. Okay, it's very, 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 going to the trainings is 4 points. It's very, very important that you actually do these activities. And when you do the activities and you're focusing also on these points, you're actually doing the business now. So it's important. But this is the game plan booklet. We're going to have all the way from week 1 to week 12. There's 90 days of all-out massive action. What is the action? It's all of these activities right here. That's what you're going to be doing. And at the end of the 90 days, you're going to see where you've crossed the finish line. We're going to all cross the finish line at the same time, so we've all accomplished the goal, but you're going to be able to actually track from all of your activities what your successful results are from doing these types of activities so you know what to do in the future. New enrollments, how many of you personally enrolled? New customers, how many of you personally put in? New executives, how many of those new enrollments actually become executives on your team? That's very important too, because it shows how much you're actually willing to go out and help people. And what is your rank achievement at the end of this time? This is going to be incredible, you guys. I hope you guys are ready for a 90-day all-out massive action sprint, because I'm ready. I'm ready to run with you guys. January 1st, we start this run. January 1st, 2016, the 90-day run will start. Will you be a part of it, or will you be on the sidelines watching from the stands? I hope that you're a part of it. Hope you guys run with us. I hope that you guys take action. If you want to know what to do, it's right here. Look across this screen right here. It gives you all the activities. Take action. Make it happen. I will see you guys on the 90-day run. Expect that there will be a 90-day plan, calendar of events of everything you can get involved in every day. And in between, I want you to do your own activities, because it's your own activities that are going to lead to your own results. All right. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I will see you guys soon.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's Calvin Becerra, guys. He's only, in his early 30s, and he's a multi-million-dollar earner. So inspirational. I hope that added a lot of value. Again, our 90-day run will be starting on the 5th of Jan. His is starting on the 1st. I just thought I'd give everyone a little bit of time, after New Year. I know a lot of you South Africans will have hangovers from hell, so need a few days to recover. So we're going to be starting on the 5th. If you want to start before, go ahead. Start before. Everything you need, you'll have to start on the 1st of January. So if you want to get ahead of the pack, get ahead of the pack. I think that's a great idea. But guys, the next 2 weeks will determine the next 12 months. So the next 14 days are going to determine how 2017 is for you. The most important part of the whole of next year is these next 2 weeks. So, we've all heard the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail. It's very true, So these next 14 days are crucial to how you are going to start your 90-day run. You need to have absolute clarity, like Calvin said. You need to have all your calendar dates planned. You need to know when every event is over the next 3 months. You need to know when every meeting is. You need to know exactly how many calls it is that you're going to be doing a day. You need to know when you're going to be doing call blitzes. You need to know everything about the groups. You need to have those forms printed. You need to know to the detail what your daily plan of action is. And then you are going to hit it running, and all it's going to be is a matter of taking action. Not actually trying to stop and figure things out, because then it's too late, and before you know it, those 90 days have gone by and you're still nowhere. So make sure these next 14 days you don't just spend time messing around. Take these 14 days to spend a few hours a day really getting your list done. Over here, make your list, watch the game plan video, watch the recording of this 2, 3, 4 times if you have to. That's what I used to do when I was learning. Read GoPro, the GoPro book, make notes, decide how many hours, but more importantly, the number of calls. All that matters is how many people you show this opportunity, whether it's calls, whether it's one-on-ones, two-on-ones, whether it's live events. All of that is all that matters for you to achieve results. Again, income producing activities is what matters. Right? Time block them. In other words, put them into your calendar and eliminate distractions. Write your why that makes you cry. Get emotional. Like Calvin said, share your goals with your friends. Share them with your family. Let them know what it is that you're achieving for. Tell everyone, listen, when you go Emerald in this, Janice flies you first class to freaking Maui, Hawaii. I mean, you want to go to Hawaii with me? You could take somebody with you. It's for 2. That's for all the Emeralds, the Emerald experience. The Diamonds are going to Bora Bora. Staying in the 4 seasons this year, guys. If you want to go to Bora Bora and stay in the 4 seasons, with other people that are incredibly successful and incredible people, you're the sum of the company you keep. So write your vision. See yourself, at the rank that you want to see yourself at the end of this 90-day run. Say it's the 1st of February, March, 1st of April. I've just finished the 90-day run. And visualize and talk about, where you are. What's the rank you've achieved? How many people have you achieved, sponsored? How many customers? Exactly how has this 90-day run gone for you? Visualize it every morning, because that, again, is working with the 99.9%, not the 0.0001. So, that's, again, personally very powerful. And that's what I can share with you from that side. Change your life and change your friends and your family's life forever, guys. That's what this 90-day run will do. Are you ready to run? Scream yes wherever you're sitting right now. Say hell yes. Okay, so thank you, guys. Remember, you are already that which you seek. Stay amazing. It's about the journey. It's about who you become en route to achieving your goals. So don't forget to slow down and actually enjoy the journey, because when you get there, you're going to look back and it's all about who you became en route to reaching that goal. There's not by chance that they call it diamond. Diamonds are made, under the toughest pressure, thousands of degrees of heat. They undergo a lot more stress than a little rock, so you've got to go through that journey. You've got to put in that work to become a diamond. You've got to make that commitment. You've got to make that decision to change your life. And that decision, needs to be today. And Tony Robbins, one of my favorite coaches, says, the biggest changes happen in a moment. They don't happen over time. They happen in a moment. In a moment where you say to yourself, I am going to do this. This is my moment. It's now. I'm going to freaking do this. Declare it to the universe. make the decision that you're going to change your life. 2017 is going to be your year. The times of people saying that you can't do it, you're going to show them. You're going to show people what you can do. You're going to make things happen. You're going to change your life. You're going to travel the world. You're going to earn incredible income. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be wealthy. You're going to have an incredible, incredible year. And I can't wait to run with you guys. I've just decided from watching Calvin Becerra's video that I myself learned so much from watching it again. I'm going to do another live call on the 3rd of January for you guys. I might even do it before, but I know with Christmas and everything, it's quite tough. So I'm thinking 3rd of January, I'm going to do another live call, part 2 of the pre-launch 90-day run. So this is turning into a 2-part call. So make sure you make a note. Same time, 8 p.m., 3rd of Jan. I'm going to add to this presentation. So you got a lot of time to get the rest of your team on. It'll pretty much be a whole new call. So you want to be on that. We're going to have a Facebook group. As I said, we're going to share that. Those forms that you can print in the Facebook group. Everyone's going to be able to be in that community to inspire everyone. We're going to have an events calendar, which you're going to be able to be added to. Again, that'll all be coming up in the next few days. You're going to have a link for the daily 9 a.m. calls. It's actually this link, so save this link. Every single morning from 9 a.m. we're doing that already. So you could even start jumping on those calls from tomorrow at 9 a.m. We finish off How to Win Friends and Influence People, but we're starting with Think and Grow Rich on the 5th of January. Make sure you email me or your upline to add you to the 90-day run 9 a.m. WhatsApp group. That's the group you need to be on if you want to run with us. And then from there, we'll share the links for the Facebook pages and everything. You can email me too. I can send you the links to join. So that's what you need to do. Again, I'm going to be redoing this call, updating it. So this is only part 1 of 2. Make sure you're on part 2 on the 3rd of January at 8 p.m. Again, that prize, which I've created for people in my team. Guys, if you have your own team, if you're not in Team South Africa, create a prize for your downline. Incentivize them. Calvin's prize was to have dinner with him and his wife and $100. Mine's a lot bigger than that. I'm kind of like, oh, well, I've already committed now, so I'm in a bit of trouble. So let's see if someone wins that. But that's a really big prize. I've just realized not even Calvin gave away that much. So, come up with a prize. It doesn't have to be as big as mine, but I really want to see somebody hit that goal. I'll be happy to give them the money and all those products and the ticket to Amsterdam. So I'm looking forward to seeing who on my team is going to get 60 people in the next 90 days. Who's going to do it? Who's going to be coming with us to Prague and Budapest? Who's coming with us to Amsterdam? Who's going to have an amazing 2017? So guys, thank you so much for joining this call. I'm going to stop the recording now, but I'm going to answer any questions anyone has. So I'll stay on the call for a couple minutes. Whatever you type in the chat box, or I'll answer. So just type any questions you have in the chat box. I'll answer those for you. Thanks everyone for jumping on the call tonight. I hope that you really enjoyed this. Again, make sure you're on the call on the 3rd of Jan because it's going to be even better than this. Make sure you email me. Make sure you get your upline to add you to the WhatsApp group. You got to be plugged in. Got to print those forms. You got to start taking action now. The next 14 days are going to determine your success in 2017. So guys, thank you so much for being on this call. You're all amazing. Stay amazing. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day.